Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing great. I decided to hop on here and go ahead and do a thrift haul and a Antiques on 231 and a TJ's Antiques and Collectible haul here in Smyrna. So if you just watched my last video that came out yesterday, yes, everything's the same. I just let a little time go, got all the animals to the vet, and decided to go ahead and do this because I need to find a home for everything. Because, you know, I want to go to that estate sale tomorrow on Friday. But y'all, they were calling for snow here. And the estate sale is about 30 minutes away. So if you're not from here, you may be laughing right now. But I am from Middle Tennessee. And I'm going to say that when it snows here, we don't know how to drive. And when I say we, I mean me. And when I say me, I'm going to go ahead and say I mean everybody down here, unless they're from different areas of the country. There are lots of wrecks, even with the slightest bit of snow. Because, y'all, we don't really get like a fluffy, pretty snow. I mean, it's rare. I can remember a couple in my lifetime. We just get ice, a little bit of snow, a lot of ice and slush, and we don't have that enough. Like, I cannot drive in it. I will not drive in it. Greg loves to get out in it, and just, he has to, if it's snowing, he has to go somewhere. Drives me nuts. So needless to say, I may not make it to that estate sale tomorrow, but I do have bread and milk. So if you're not from here, you may have heard the funny rumors or seen the memes about how in the South, you know, the mention of snow. We do close school, and if you don't have your bread and your milk, there's a chance you may not get bread and milk. Now, I know how to make bread, so no worries here, but we do have bread, I think. And so it's, you know, a lot of the things that you hear are not so much myths. As Southerners, we do some funny things when we have snow. Anyway, having said that, I need to get all this stuff put up because if we don't go to the estate sale tomorrow, Greg is itching to start taking down Christmas, which we usually don't take it down this early, but we have gotten a lot of new things, and he wants to find homes for them, kind of get our house pulled together. We've got furniture stuck here and there that we've just recently bought, and so we need to find homes for that. I want to get my winter set up, and I'm not sure if I'll do as much winter as I had planned on doing it before we had bought these furniture pieces. And, you know, I do like to have my house pulled back together before school starts. And our school starts back, well, I think the students come back on the 8th, and I go back on the 4th. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what we're going to get in tomorrow, but I know I need to find this stuff at home. Have you all had all your Christmases? I have not. We've not had Christmas with Greg's mom yet. And she left, I think, today for Florida for a couple of weeks. So I'm not really sure when we'll see her. And I have another little small Christmas that I need to do. So just a busy time, but I love it. All right, so let's hop in. Right in front of me is 231. So I'm just gonna, I feel like Greg got a piece of milk glass at 231. I'm not really sure, but I don't know which piece it is. So whatever, I will just, some of you have commented, many of you would like to see his milk glass haul. So whatever that piece was, it'll just get thrown in his Christmas milk glass haul. But one of the things that we got at 231, is we've been looking for one. I've been looking for one of these, a chicken feeder. I think that's what it's called. And it was full of like vintage balls. Now, not shiny brights, but like some still pretty vintage balls. She had a cute little bow and some greenery on it, but it was live greenery, so I threw that away. It was like crumbling everywhere. But my plans for this is to store, you know, take the balls out. And I'm going to have this somewhere with some of my ironstone platters. I think that'll be really cute. Because right now I just kind of have them in a sugar firkin, the ones that aren't on the wall. But this way they would be more displayed. So I was very excited to find this. I've been on the hunt for one. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but it'll probably go like in the kitchen little eat-in area, somewhere in there. Now also at 231, I grabbed these things are so hard to find, and I look for them all the time, But this little Frosty card is from booth B30. It's from the old so-and-so's booth. I like these. I'm going to keep this out for winter. But I love these. I want a few. You can order them on Etsy. And I just haven't done that yet. You know, I'd rather find them like how I found this one. That way you know, when they bundle them up in Etsy, there may be some you don't want in the bundle or whatever. But anyway, I was tickled to find that. Let's see. I got, y'all, I was so excited. I knew that someday I was going to find this cutout. And I found this. Look at this. Isn't he wonderful? This Santa cutout. He was exactly what I was wanting. I couldn't believe I found him. So pick that up. Now, I did grab this little gathering basket. I have really taken to gathering baskets. And for now, I just have some of my Christmas cards, you know, antique, vintage. Actually, most of these are vintage, I think. I don't think they're from the early 1900s. But anyway, just have some of my, you know, cards stuck in there. It's in here in this room. I have a huge gathering basket that I have not showed you guys yet. I got it at the same estate sale that I got all that Flow Blue at. And it's out in the garage because it's full of like dried florals that, you know, I guess would be pretty for the fall. But I don't want them, and they're just crumbling and falling apart. And so I didn't want to deal with that mess until I got all the Christmas put up. But it is huge. Like, okay, I saw one that was a little bit smaller than the one I have at Antiques on, or 112 Antiques. Y'all, I cannot keep all these places straight, their name, because they all have, you know, antiques in it, and some of them have numbers. But anyway, and it was a little bit smaller than mine, and they wanted 145. When y'all see mine and you see how big it is, and the fact that I only paid $13 for it, you are going to just die. All right, so I got one other thing that I know of at 231 Antiques on 231. And y'all, this was before I knew that Greg was getting me that really big Santa. We went here on the Friday before Christmas. Just Greg was off, and you know, we wanted to get some things done. So he's in really bad shape, and I could not for the life of me figure out why his stomach area was showing until it did just hit me a little while ago that his beard has either been cut off or chewed off. He's brown where he should be white. It looks like a rat. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Anyway, but I will tell you, the price definitely reflected the fact that, you know, the booth owner knew that he was in bad shape, but that somebody would love him. So I got this Santa. And you see, like, you can kind of see the cardboard. But I think his beard should be longer. It was probably cut off. Now, I may not have got him had I known I had such a big, nice one under the tree. But I still think he's cute. And we can hide some of those imperfections. I have really tried to clean him up, but he's not coming much cleaner than what he is. I think a dog, it kind of looks like a dog may have chewed on him. And I'm not sure if his hands should have different color gloves. I don't know. But anyway, I grabbed him for a very fair, reasonable price. Let's do some thrift store things. I'm just throwing it all together. At City Thrift the other night, they had a bag. All their Christmas is half off. And so this was in a bag with like an Oriental fan. And it is 3, 6, 8 more of those metal coasters. And so they were 50 cents for all 8. And I grabbed those. They're cute to stick in vignettes. There's the star. Say hi. Say hi. I got these. These were $1.50. And they're just, let's see, I could take them out of the bag. So let me put her down. Get up there. Here's your toy. They're just little picks to go in your vignettes. And they've been there for a while. They were $3. I wasn't going to pay $3 for them. If I can get them out of the bag. But there are y'all. A few green satin ball picks, and then some red of the flocked picks. So for $1.50, that'll be cute, you know, to stick in some sort of little vignette. I'm all about some Christmas clearance. Where are you doing? Where are you at? There you are. Then in a bag for $2.99, there was, let's see, a whisk, tong. Okay, there was 5 things. 4 of which I had planned on throwing away. Or not throwing away, but redonating until I washed them. And then I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with these. There's some like some things to help you open jars, some tongs, metal tongs, and a metal whisk, which I had one, but you can always use another whisk. But so for $3 for 5 items, what is that? 66 cents a piece, y'all. Yes, for 66 cents. Now I already have one, I know, but for 60 cents, I'm gonna buy another one. And I don't know, let's see, does it work? Yes, it works. So this can come out, you know, I've got a lot of red, wooden red kitchen utensils. This is in really good shape. I'll use this at Christmas, at Valentine's Day, and 4th of July, and just kind of maybe I've got to find something to do with all my utensils. You know, I had them sitting in that bowl, and Greg didn't like that, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them once I pull them back out. Okay, and then at Goodwill for, this might have been a little pricey, for $7, I have sort of, you know, unintentionally started collecting this. And I didn't have the loaf pan, and I was not going to buy one at an antique store. But I thought, well, you know, if I ever see one at the thrift store, I'm going to grab it, because this would be great for making like banana bread, or, you know, I make my meatloaves in these. It had the little plastic lid that is now yellow. I don't know if there is a way to get these, you know, any cleaner. But anyway, I was tickled to find that. I have always liked Corningware. And it is the one where Corningware are 2 different words. I don't know if it'll even show up on camera, but anyway, I was excited to find that. Okay, so Greg and I, he's really funny, and a lot of times he doesn't believe me about stuff. We have this in amber, and we have the amber glasses that match, and we had wanted the green, and so Greg saw this. And he was like, hey, babe, look. And I was like, yeah, we have that. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. But what if we don't? Pretty sure we do. Yeah, but it's $7. And what if we don't? Okay, you know what? You're right. Go ahead and get it. Well, we have it. Because then his next statement is, well, we'll get it for our booth. We don't have a booth. I keep telling him we don't have a booth. And someday we're probably gonna have to get a booth. But anyway, we got this jar. I actually have like a vase that goes with this. I have the amber one, and I have the amber glasses. I do not have the glasses that go with this, so we need to be on the lookout for the glasses. Now, y'all, I cannot believe I did win this in auction. Okay, there were 10 of them total, along with 2 little vintage ceramic type Santa figurines and a little votive holder. And I have them put up, but I don't know if I can believe that I won this at a fair price, because y'all know I'm always saying I'm not going to do something crazy. But I got 10 Santa mugs, and they are all Japan. Now, some of them have it stamped in black on the bottom, and some of them have it, which I didn't know this. Greg actually found it out, because I thought that these weren't Japan, but they have it like engraved in the bottom, which I had never, I just paid attention. So I have 6 of these, and they are all, you know, different. Some just hardly have any of the face left. Some, this is, I think, is the best one. I had to wash them. They just had like soil in them. They were nasty. And as some of you may know, the more you wash, I was like using Dawn dish soap and had my water running, you know, not full blast, but some of the face does come off, or not face, but the paint. So there are 6 like that. There are 2 like this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that part of his eye being white is kind of creepy. These have the black stamp. The one before has it in, like, embedded in the groove, the bottom thing. But now I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all the truth about this. So this one, the one that's like this, was the very last one that I opened, and I could tell these things are old. Like, they have to be from the 50s. It was bubble wrapped. There was nothing wrong with it. And as what I think happened, I think there may have been like a slight crack. And as I took the bubble wrap off, the tiniest little, I don't know, piece kind of made like a little rectangle, broke off. I'm not throwing him away. I think that I can like put a bottle bush tree or have something coming out of him, you know, on display next year to where you really won't notice that. But I'm certainly not getting rid of him. So 6 of those, 2 of these, that's 8. And then, and these had the sticker Japan, which you can kind of see the JAP. It was fully on there before I washed it. And this one, the sticker came off while I was washing it. But it is the N and the E to spell Noel. So you know that I am now on the hunt for the O and the L. But I'm not going to pay something crazy because I only paid I averaged out to $6 a mug for these. Yes, please, all day long. And I didn't show you this one. I had gotten this one off Facebook Marketplace. I have Google lensed it. No help whatsoever. It resembles the Holt Howard Winking Santa. It may be that one. I'm not really sure. I haven't found any kind of engraving or marking on it, but he was cute. So I went from 0 to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these and 2 little ones. So I am well on my way to having a little collection. I am very excited about that. And then we went to TJ's Antiques and Collectibles. And we got, I said, hey, this is another one of those things. I feel like we got something else. And I just don't, I can't either. I've forgotten what it was or something. But Greg has been eyeing this for a long time. I don't know where he's going to put it. He doesn't know where he's going to put it. But he got this big old sign. It says Pingrams. I don't even know if I can get back. Antiques. Flea Market. So he's talking about possibly putting this over our TV. This was since like 35. So this went along with some of the Christmas money that my mom had given him. And then I had no intentions of buying these. Yes, I do collect this stuff. Yes, I have wanted this particular style. But, you know, I mean, we just had Christmas and I just thought, I do not need these. But this is the real deal. There are bubbles in the glass. You can see the mold, but it is some pink depression glass. That's the Rose, well, some would call it Rose of Sharon, Cabbage Rose pattern, and that's my favorite pattern. So I did get 4 of these. So I was not going to buy these, and Greg was like, yes, you are. And he just took them up to the register. So I guess that was part of my Christmas money. But they will go with all the others. They'll go packed up until I pull them out for spring. I really had no intention, y'all, of getting as much pink depression glass as I have, because I know how I am. I know that I was really only going to use it for the spring. So I think that that is everything now. I think we're all caught up on any thrift store finds, any antique store finds that I have gotten, you know, over the past couple of weeks. I think that we are all caught up and ready to start the new year. I do have one last thing to show you. Miss Isabella at TJ's Antiques and Collectibles gave me this as a gift. It is a like lapel pin, a brooch, whatever you want to call it, of a little pink Dachshund. And the reason being is her Dachshund had puppies on Christmas Day. She knew in her heart those puppies were going to be delivered or born on Christmas Day. Prior to getting Ruby Sue, we had committed to taking one of her puppies. My husband had a Dachshund when he was younger. He loved it. He named it Flipper. I think I've told you several times, they were a working farm family. And he come home from school one day and Flipper had killed 45 of their chickens. Like, I can't even imagine that. But he said it was like a massacre. Chickens and feathers everywhere. So his dad made him give the dog to his grandmother. But he's always loved little Dachshunds, and he's always kind of talked about them, you know, since we've been married. So we were getting, and they were all girls. So we were getting a little girl in 6 weeks. And, you know, after really thinking about it, and then, you know, because Ruby Sue had already fallen through, we weren't going to get her. And then we ended up getting her, and we were just like, you know, this will be good because they can grow up. You know, Lucy is huge. And they're going to be small, tiny little dogs. And our hope is that they will bond and be friends and, you know, just kind of pal around and keep each other company during the day. So that is the plan. We are toying with names. You know, I like the old names. So we're kind of thinking about either Dolly, Molly, or Maggie. We were going to name her Ethel. So we have a Lucy and an Ethel. And that's still a possibility. I don't know. But I really like Molly or Maggie. So anyway, let me know what you think. What would you name them? Or, you know, we may just meet her or get to know her first and then see. And it could be something totally different. But anyway, guys, today is the 28th again. And like I said, I have no idea what my weekend's going to end up looking like. So I may or may not put out another video before the new year. So just in case I don't, you guys have a safe and wonderful Happy New Year. I hope that, you know, 2024 is the best year yet for you all. And until I see you again, happy thrifting.